Hello and welcome to today's short flow. We are going to emphasize spinal twist and back bends in today's practice. So to begin, we're going to start in the table pose. So I recommend placing a blanket across the center of your mat, a low folded blanket just to give your knees some extra support. And then you can take your blocks toward the front short edge of the yoga mat. As you're arriving in the table, your knees will be placed underneath of your frontal hip bones and hands as wide or a little wider than the shoulders. So I typically go just a bit wider. Then the wrist creases can face parallel to the short side of the mat or slightly turning them out, which is usually what I tend to prefer. So find a good stance, noticing the stability of the hands. And the sense of strength through the arms and the thigh bones, in a sense, sort of like pillars for the body as you find this tabletop shape. Feel the full exhalation here, and then we'll begin to flow through a few cat-cow repetitions. Next inhalation, begin to drape the belly down and lift up through the center sternum, little tip of the chin up so you open your throat. And then as you exhale, press the hands, begin to draw the tailbone under and round through the spine, taking that cat stretch. And just begin to flow with the rhythm of your own breath between cat and cow. Feeling the pillar-like strength in the arms and the legs, while you feel an effortless flow in the spine and in the pelvis. And this coordinated flow with the last exhalation taking you into cat. And the next inhalation carrying you into neutral. Now take your knees just an extra inch or two wider. Ground into your right hand. We're going to inhale, send that left arm out to the side. If it feels okay in your body, you might send the left fingertips up to the sky. So just work with what feels the best in your physical body. And then as you exhale, we're going to dive this left arm between the space of the right hand and the right knee. So we're going to come down toward thread the needle, but we are going to come right back out of it. So as you take that next breath in, again, we're going to sweep that left arm open to the side or maybe up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, again, let's dive that left arm between the right hand and knee, coming toward thread the needle. And then we're going to come out of it one more time before we take a longer hold. So as you inhale, let's re-extend that left arm out to the side or to the sky. And exhale, we're diving the left arm down. So this time we're going to come to the left side of the face. Now, if you find that your face is hovering away from the ground, you want to take a moment and catch hold of an extra blanket so that you support the left side of the face. So I like to press into my right hand and feel a subtle shift of the body toward the left so that you compress the abdominal organs a little more and you open across the back of the left rib cage. Of course, if you like, you could also walk the right hand forward, hold, take a breath in and out. All right, and then we are bringing that right hand back in. We're going to breathe in, unthread the left, take the left arm to the side or to the sky once more, and then exhale, bring the hand down. So you can bring your knees right underneath of your hips. We'll do one cat-cow between the sides. So breathe in and allow the belly to release and lift up through the heart. And exhale, press your hands and round your spine. And then inhale, come to neutral. And then again, we'll separate the knees just an extra inch or two. And now we'll breathe in, right arm will go open or maybe up to the sky. And then as you exhale, we're going to dive that right arm between the left hand and knees. We're coming in to thread the needle. And then we're going to come back out of it. So the breath in takes you back into that twist, heart open to the right side of the room. And then exhale, coming into the more compressive twist, right arm diving between the left hand and knee. All right, and then let's come back into the open twist once more. Breathe in. Exhale to twist. And now we'll hold here. So anchor your left hand, a little nudge of the body to the right. Hold there. Maybe the left arm walks forward. Feeling the gentle compression of the abdominal organs, the rotation in the spine, and the sense of openness across the back of the right rib cage. Complete your exhalation here. And then let your left hand come to the earth. Breathe in, send your right arm one more time to the side or to the sky. Right hand coming down. So knees are going to be right underneath of the hip points, one cat-cow. Inhale, let the belly drape to the earth. Lift up through the center of the heart and exhale, round through the spine. Draw the tailbone under, shoulder blades draw apart. Inhale, release the belly, lift the heart. This time we're curling the toes. Lift the knees, come into downward facing dog. Take some time here to pedal out through your feet and your knees, creating a sense of length through the backs of the legs. All right, we're going to transition the weight into the right ball of the foot. And inhale, send the left heel up into downward dog split. So maybe even bending the right knee a bit, especially if the sensation across the back of the right leg feels very strong. Now take an exhalation, start to curl that left knee in toward the chest, stepping the left foot by the left wrist. Now here, maybe catching a hold of one of the blocks to place underneath of the right hand. I'm going to stay in high lunge, but we're going to take this left hand either to the left hip, or you can bring the hand to the chest, or maybe send it to the sky. So we want to feel an energetic pull between the left heel and the right toes. Engage the navel in toward the spine, and then just let your heart spin to the left and maybe look down at your right hand. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let that left hand come back down. Move the block to the side. We're going to take this left leg back up into down dog split. Now from that down dog split, bend your left knee and turn it open to the left. So you come into revolved downward dog or twisted downward dog. Draw the lower belly in. Breathe in. Exhale, slowly lower that left foot down. We're going to go into the second side. So ground into the left ball of the foot. We're going to inhale and send the right heel up into down dog split. Again, pay attention to the feeling across the back of the left leg and bend in the knee a bit. Draw the lower belly in. Take a breath in. Feel length going up and out through the right heel. Exhale, let's curl your right knee in and step your right foot by your right wrist. Again, maybe support the left hand with the block. Right hand to the hip or to the chest, and the fingertips, right fingertips to the sky if you like. To have that energetic pull between the right heel and the left toes. And we're engaging navel to spine as we spin the heart to the right. Maybe look to the left hand. Take a breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down, move the block off to the side, right heel is going to re-extend. Come back into downward dog split. Then we're going to bend the right knee, come into twisted three-leg dog. Breathing in and exhale, right foot coming down, downward dog. Take the toes, go 1 or 2 inches farther back. So you're going to lift your heels nice and high. We're going to roll the body out into a high plank shape, so high push-up shape. Now from here, you have the option to keep the knees lifted, or you can always take the knees down to the mat. Just be cautious here as you're holding here to not overextend or lock out the elbows. Breathe in and exhale. If knees are up, move toward the tips of the toes and begin to slowly lower down. From here, we're going to come into Sphinx, so you can take your hands and stack them with your elbows a little wider to the side. For one version of Sphinx, keep pressing into the tops of the feet. Or you can take your elbows right beneath your shoulders and extend your arms out so that the arms are running about parallel to one another. Feel your tailbone lengthen down toward the space between the heels. As you do that, you'll feel a little stronger anchoring of the pubic bone to the earth, and almost feel like your elbows are trying to drag back toward your hip bones. I love this back bend because it opens the chest and lungs. So it's mildly stimulating, but with all of the points of contact between your body and the earth, it's also very grounding and stabilizing. Breathe in. Exhale it slowly, lower. Stack your hands for a moment. Bend your knees so heels pull to buttocks. Sway the lower legs, little gentle prone twisting here. Okay, bring your feet down. And we're just going to roll onto the spine. So just, as gracefully as you can, take yourself to your back as you adjust. You could move the blanket, but if the blanket's there and you just want to work with it, you just want to make sure your feet come flat to the floor. So just see what works best. We're going to bring the arms down by the sides. We're going to bend the elbows so the forearms are looking at one another in the air. Heels are in alignment with sitting bones are slightly wider. We're pressing into the feet and lifting the hips away from the floor. Bridge pose. Another round or 2 of breath here. Okay, take a breath in and exhale. Let your hips come back down. So you're going to take the feet a little wider, send your arms out in a T, and then just gently sway the legs from side to side. As the legs fall right, pause there. Stay there, pick up your right foot and cross it over the left thigh. It's going to give a little stronger stretch down through the thigh, but be cautious of the knee. If there's any strong sensation or irritation in the knee, then you want to uncross the right leg. Maybe send your left arm by your left ear so you have this sensation of openness through the left side of the body. Place the right foot onto the mat, bring the left arm back open to the side, come through the center, go to the left. Maybe pick up the left foot and cross it over your outer right thigh. Possibly sending the right arm by the right ear. So you go in step by step, knowing you can stop anywhere along the way, knowing if you go in and a few breaths in feels a little too intense, you can always back out. We're always using the body as the guide to help us decide what poses are appropriate in this very moment. Okay, and then slowly releasing the left foot, bringing the right arm open. Once again, come to the center with the knees. Pick up the knees momentarily. Give a little hug of knees in. Maybe the knees are a little bit wider, almost like you're in a wide-kneed child's pose, but on your spine. I find this feels a little better for my back, makes a little more space and room for the front of my body. All right leg going out, long on the mat. Keep that left leg drawing in. Half knee to chest. Breathe in. Exhale, let's switch the legs. Right knee comes in, left leg goes out. Keep the left leg out, breathe in, take a full body extension, both legs out, both arms up. Feel the length and space in your body. All right, feet are gonna go out a little wider, arms are gonna come down in a low V. You're gonna see if you can let the body release and relax down. So it's just the weight of the bones drops. The muscular energy drops. Jaw tension releases. And the eyes soften. As we close the eyes, this helps to, in a sense, turn down the volume of the external world and helps open the inner eye, the inner gaze, as you connect to the realm of the spirit or the soul, feeling the sense of inner silence within you. At your home, feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. If you're ready to transition, you can slowly bring some movement back into your body. And then allow your knees to bend one at a time. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Slowly roll to the right or the left. Press your hands and begin to rise up. Bring your prayer hands together at your heart. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that exists within you. Thank you.